as one who would advocate violence against revenue agents.
And we're showing that memo right now. So if you're on the committee to control the IRS and you don't like them abusing old ladies and taking their houses, you're a tax protester because you're exposing this criminal organization.
That was the position of the IRS.
Now we're going to have you back for a second interview, obviously, to go over more of this, or a nightly news, because you've sent us so many documents. I want to do an interview when your book comes out as well, sir. But first off, we got a lot of ground to cover with Congressman Hansen. But you're showing the pattern here that links up with today of why Congress won't do anything to the IRS.
Yes. Now, what's interesting here is it was later exposed, well, this is more than 10 years later, that one of the IRS operatives that was used against Montoya was later used against Senator Hansen.
Key.
That person's name is Everin Ride. He was transferred. This is now in 1975. He was transferred from Albuquerque to Salt Lake City.
So they have to find specialist goons to target good people, even in these rogue agencies. They find specialist hitmen to do these political jobs.
Yes. And when he arrived in Salt Lake City, Everin Ride, who is now promoted to IRS intelligence chief, he was collaborating with IRS District Director Howard Martin. And they used the same blueprint that destroyed Senator Montoya and Senator Long, only this time the target was Congressman George Hansen.
Let's talk about what they did to him.
Okay. This is the election year, 1976. And in that summer, there was a fateful event. The Teton Dam burst. And as a result of that, a lot of Idaho citizens and businessmen lost everything they had. Congressman Hansen led the battle to secure over $400 million in flood damage reimbursements. But before the waters barely even subsided, the other side of government showed up. What happened next truly warps the mind. Agents from the IRS swooped down on the flood victims with plans to tax their government relief payments. Congressman Hansen fought them on that tooth and nail. He called it a flood tax. Then, 3 weeks before Election Day, a scandalous article appears in the Lewiston Morning Tribune. And with lots of supporting detail, the article alleged that Congressman Hansen was not paying his taxes. Now here, because of a courageous IRS whistleblower named Paul DeFossis, a lot of these players have been identified. Like I said, there was the IRS intelligence chief, Everin Ride. There was the district chief, Howard Martin. Well, Everin Ride was contacted by Robert Huntley. He was the campaign treasurer to Stan Kress. Stan Kress was the Democrat candidate who opposed George Hansen. And information, I should say misinformation, lies were provided to Robert Huntley. And then those were used against Congressman Hansen by Stan Kress in a debate that was being held at Idaho State University.
So that's key. First, they discredit you. They have mainstream media put out disinfo on you. Then they come out and indict you for something. And then they try to break you, torturing you in the dungeons.
Yes. There was also a clandestine meeting in the offices of a history professor, Richard Stallings at Ricks College. He was the campaign manager for Stan Kress. Well, Richard Stallings is now running for Congress from the Idaho 2nd District.
Wow, is he running as a Republican or a Democrat?
Democrat.
Unbelievable. That needs to be known.
Yes, indeed. Now, What happened here, though, with George Hansen is interesting. Unlike Senator Ed Long, unlike Senator Joseph Montoya, George Hansen survived the sabotage, and he won re-election. Afterwards, the IRS struck again. Now they put Congressman Hansen through the ringer with a criminal audit. It was a grueling audit. It was being conducted by the Criminal Investigation Division of the IRS.
Which is hanging out and meeting with the guy that ran against him.
Yes. But once again, IRS smear tactics blew up in their face. After months of auditing, it was determined that the government owed Congressman Hansen a refund.
But it doesn't matter. With the IRS, there's not just double jeopardy, there's triple jeopardy. And soon they'll get their hands on him and get him in a dungeon. We'll be back with the criminal foreign bankers that run the country. Stay with us.
This hour brought to you by InfidelBodyArmor.com. When it hits the fan, don't be left without the body armor that will save your life. With prices starting at just $374.99 and ships free. Get yours at InfidelBodyArmor.com. Just won't quit.
Clean water at home, clean water at the office, clean water on the go. The Berkey Guy has a Berkey water filtration model for anywhere you are and one that fits any budget. Thousands of satisfied customers can't be wrong. For free shipping within the U.S., go to goberkey.com or call 877-886-3653. That's 877-886-3653. Helping thousands prepare since 2005, goberkey.com.
This hour of GCN programming proudly sponsored by BlockItPocket.com. You're aware of cell phone and wireless health and privacy concerns, right? BlockItPocket.com's the source for all your wireless health and privacy answers. BlockItPocket.com.
Summer is here, and nothing looks better than tan skin and white teeth. Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. And if you want to have whiter teeth in 5 minutes, then try clinically proven Power Swabs. Power Swabs whitens teeth on average 2 shades in 5 minutes and 6 shades in 7 days. Better yet, it removes stains on natural teeth as well as caps, crowns, and veneers. Power Swabs is so effective that thousands of professional dentists have used it nationwide, and now you can try it without paying a visit to the dentist. Call to whiten your teeth in 5 minutes, risk-free. Plus, get free shipping and handling by calling now. 1-800-281-6805. That's 1-800-281-6805. I guarantee your friends, family, and coworkers will love your new summer white smile. Get your risk-free order at 1-800-281-6805. That's 1-800-281-6805.
That's the sound of your door being kicked in by an intruder with a single kick. Criminals know that your wooden door frames are weak and your alarm system can't keep them out. That's the sound of the same door now protected by the Door Sentinel. Standard locks, deadbolts, and alarm systems can't prevent forced entry. Harden your door and door jamb with a Door Sentinel. Protect your home now at MySafeDoor.com. Go to MySafeDoor.com for a special limited time offer. The Door Sentinel, your home's first line of defense.
You've been hearing about the in-home freeze dryer from Harvest Right for months now. Have you invested in yours yet? As you know, we live in a politically and economically troubled time. You should be preparing for an uncertain future today. Right now is the time to start freeze drying your own food so you can become self-reliant and less dependent upon others. To invest in your own home freeze dryer, go to harvestright.com. Hurry, supplies are limited. Again, that's a home freeze dryer from harvestright.com. And be sure to mention this ad to save $200 through the month of August.
How many people have you seen in the news who were audited after criticizing the IRS? And so the common response is out there is, well, you better shut up about them. Well, that allows them to engage in their pillaging of innocent people. And are we really a nation of cowards that bad? In most countries, tax systems come and go. People are always changing stuff and not putting up with it. The IRS is a political group of oppressors. I'm not even saying the average rank and file person's bad. They're just there doing a computer job. But the technicians of it are out of control. And look at people like Joe Bannister, a Treasury agent, who found out it was all a scam, quit over it. When he was a rising star, they tried to put him in federal prison twice, but the jury's found him not guilty. I mean, this is a crazy group, folks, who've been ruling this country, and it's getting worse. Don't forget, this hour is brought to you by mypatriotsupply.com/Alex. Super high-quality, non-GMO, storable foods. Great customer service, 866-229-0921. Oh, excuse me, 866-229-0927. Again, 866-229-0927. mypatriotsupply.com/Alex. All right, let's go back. Let me just ask you briefly, and I want to finish up in this segment and the next, and then Jesse Ventura's coming on with investigative journalist Mark Adams. Let me finish up with you. I know the story. The public doesn't know the story. A, how is Congressman Hansen now? George, how is George doing? And then B, finish up what happened to him.
His rejuvenation powers are remarkable. He has many, many medical afflictions, but his mind is hyper razor sharp, and he fights on. And gosh, there is so much that has happened to George Hansen. Twice he has been illegally railroaded to prison. The first time, when the United States Marshals got their hands on him, he was giving a speech somewhere in the Midwest, and they hired a private Lear jet to pick him up, flew him to National Airport, booked him into the Alexandria County Jail under the alias Fred Smith to hide him from his family and friends. The second time when they got their hands on him, that's when they dragged him all over the country in chains with a black box attached to the chains to interfere with your circulation to cause those horrible injuries that you enumerated earlier.
Let's be clear. They grabbed a congressman like Rendition,
yes,
threw him on a jet and flew him off. I mean, this is the mafia that is our government. No one is safe from these narcotics trafficking murderers.
Indeed. And if they can do it to a congressman, they can do it to anybody.
And really, that's the headline, you know, the true story of a congressman that was kidnapped.
Yes, indeed. That's exactly what happened. Once finally he was tracked down, there was a whole cadre of congressmen and senators that got a hold of Ed Meese demanding answers, but really the whole thing was just effectively covered up.
And people wonder why Congress is scared and bends over. It's because a guy can be found not guilty twice. The next time they grab him and they just disappear him, he beats that. So then they grab him again and drive him around for months till his hands and feet burst. His toes burst.
Yes, that is exactly what happened to him.
Yeah, and we've got a few of the photos today, but they're not even the ones Congressman Hansen sent me back in '97 when he first came on the show. We'll be right back. Stay with us. 5 more minutes. And Jesse Ventura joins us. Mark Adams is our guest. Can't wait till his book comes out. We'll talk about that straight ahead. I've always believed in nutrition and herbs. Super Male Vitality was developed to activate your body's own natural processes instead of using synthetic chemicals. Sourced from powerful organic herbs, harvested around the planet, and then concentrated for maximum potency.
I just received my Male Vitality about 3 days ago, and I must say, that was good stuff. After
consulting top doctors, nutritionists, pharmacists, and others, we have developed what I believe is the ultimate non-GMO organic Super Male Vitality Vitality formula. Super Male Vitality by InfoWars Life is so powerful that I only take half the recommended dose.
I jump out of bed ready to fight these criminals every day. I look forward to waking up and taking my Super Male Vitality and getting the day started.
It's not just the Super Male Vitality. All the products at InfoWarsLife.com are simply amazing. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today to secure your Super Male Vitality and other powerful products from InfoWars Life.